People look at stories through different lenses. I have my own personal take on some of these trending issues. Hi, I'm Mariah Ramharack and welcome to In Case You Missed It. Trinidad and Tobago senior women showed lots of fight in their first international match since October 2019 as they battled to a 0-0 draw with Panama in Thursday's international friendly at the Atabolden Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago. Can the TNT women take the next step and convert this performance into goals when they meet Panama again on Monday? Hello and welcome to another edition of In Case You Missed It. This week, I'm very pleased to be joined by head coach of the Trinidad and Tobago senior women's football team and former TNT footballer, Kenwyne Jones. Welcome to In Case You Missed It.
Thank you very much for having me, Maria. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and I think I should start by telling you a hearty congratulations on being appointed head coach. Everything unfolded so quickly. How happy are you to be able to give back to Trinidad and Tobago?
As a citizen, it's always good to give back to your country. I'm very happy to be able to do it in this capacity and hopefully can continue for a long time.
Yeah, and Kenwyne, you didn't get much time to acclimatize to the job. On your first assignment on Thursday, the Trinidad and Tobago women, they had a 0-0 draw with Panama. I want you to talk to us a bit about that performance.
I was quite proud about the performance. The team haven't played together or played a game for the last 2 years. Of course, because of the pandemic, some players haven't played a game for 4 years, to be honest. And the performance on Thursday night, I was happy the team dug deep. They showed grit. And they showed an understanding of the philosophy of the team quite quickly, which I know over time will get better.
As a Trini myself, I have to say I was really pleased because we know all the different things that happened in the lead up to this game. However,
yes.
Do you feel that the Trinidad and Tobago women, they failed to capitalize on some really good chances that they had yesterday? And as a coach, how do you plan to work on that?
Well, of course, you would want to win your first game, but I am a very realistic person. Dealing with the circumstances that led up to this appointment and the status of the team so far, I wasn't too worried about that. I know for sure when we start working even more and more going into the qualifiers, we will get better. And I do expect the quality of the team to raise. And at that time, we'll be ready for when the qualifiers come around.
And rightfully so. Well, this was the women's first international match since October 2019, which means there is a lot of work to do. And personally, as the coach of the team now, what are some of your long-term plans for this women's team?
Well, the long-term plans are, of course, to get them the support that they need so that we can do our jobs. There are quite a few things missing, which I do think that we can creatively but other than that, I know there's quite a big pool of players that we're looking to get into and to bring them along. I know for sure we're going to see a lot of players next month. Hopefully we can have a game as well so we can indoctrinate those players into the system and the way of working and the structure of the team. And definitely come the qualifiers time, like I said, the quality of this team is going to raise and we will be better. And we will try to achieve that goal of qualifying for the World Cup.
Right, and speaking about players, it's no secret that this team has a lot of new players, returning players. How difficult of a task will that be to ensure that there's chemistry, because we all know how important chemistry is?
Well, the good thing about it is that, the experienced players can help the young players, acclimatize to the conditions. Of course, it would be a new way of playing, a new way of working. For everyone, not only the young players, the returning players as well. I have all the confidence in the staff of the women's team right now, and I have all confidence in the players that we can get the job done. We can work together and become better every day.
Kenwyne, you have represented Trinidad and Tobago at the highest level. Now you have taken on a different role. How different is it coaching women footballers, if different at all?
Well, I don't think it is different at all. I mean, in my understanding, football is football. The only thing that you have to understand, for the most part, is that of course the mechanics of women might be a little bit different, but that doesn't take away from their intelligence, from their skill level, and being able to put across the information that you want and getting them to do the job, I think is relatively the same. So yeah, I see no difference really.
Mechanics, you say. Well,
Yes.
do you think this group of players has what it takes to take Trinidad and Tobago football back to where we belong, the top?
Well, I do believe if it's one thing that I do in my life, I do believe that anything that I'm involved in, it will turn out to be the best it can be. And I do have the belief in the players, I do have belief in the staff that we can get the job done. It's just about going through the relevant time and work that we have to do to get better.
Yes, and you mentioned the CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers earlier. I want to talk about that some more. They were initially scheduled to be held in November, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it will now be held in February. Are you satisfied, one, with the new format, and two, with the new dates?
I'm overly satisfied with the new dates for sure. Coming in so quickly, it gives us time to work even more, to get better, and to recruit players that we think are of a high level enough to be in a competitive squad. So I'm over the moon with the time. You know, they put the games back, and I'll be looking forward to it. It gives us a lot of time to build and to work in a really good way.
And the new format?
The new format I think is brilliant. You know, getting this type of group scenario. You know, it has you in the form of the tournament already. So I think it would give the players a really good idea of how we have to go about our business in qualifying for the World Cup.
Yeah, and just to continue talking about the Panama friendlies, both teams, Soca Warriors and the Panama Girls, will meet again on Monday from 3:30 p.m. What will you be hoping to do differently in this game? And at the end of the game, what would you consider a success?
Well, I mean, I'll answer your second part first. When I came in, I said to the team that successful me would be the way they bounce back from adversity and how they define themselves as a team. And I think even in the first game, they showed me that. I'm pretty proud of that. Also, you know, coming into the next game with Panama, which is a tricky situation for us. Obviously, we've only played the one game against Panama this year. Panama already had eight games already. But we're going to be able to switch up a few players and switch a few tactics as well to negate some of the problems we had, see how the players deal with it, see their level of problem solving in the game. And hopefully that will give us a proper indication as to where we're at, what we can do, and how do we bolster the squad as well to be better in the future.
Yeah, well, Kenwyne, if it's one thing, I will definitely be rooting for you and our Trinidad and Tobago women's team. I'm wishing you best of luck in everything you do and get us back to winning ways.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, it has been a pleasure looking back at the team's performance with Kenwyne Jones. Of course, we're wishing them best of luck in the next international friendly against Panama on Monday. Well, that's a wrap for this week's In Case You Missed It. Be sure to like, share and comment and let me know what you think about this week's topics. Stay safe and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.